All right. Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you probably till about 5 o'clock. I got some stuff I got to do. I was actually in the middle of, well, not in the middle of, but I had done some stuff, and then I looked up and I was like, oh, it's almost 2 o'clock. I got to get in the house because I got a little edger that I've had for some years, but I haven't used it in probably about 3 years. I haven't used it, so I'm working on fixing that. I think I got it fixed. I had to go get a spark plug. I think that was, as everything else, I had to, of course, drain it. Well, I'm saying it's like people know all of this stuff. I barely know this stuff, but I had to go get a spark plug. So when I get off here, hopefully I can get that engine working and get everything all right. But, all right, come on in, people. Come on in, as always. Say hi to me. Say hi to me. I'm needy in that way. You say hi to me, I will say hi to you. That's the exchange. Robert Willis in the house. Good afternoon, Robert. Good afternoon. Got Erica in the house representing Reading. Good afternoon, Erica. And all the people in Reading. Got Lewis Talbert. Lewis Talbert, that's not Lewis Johnson, I believe is his name, which is CK. Lewis, good afternoon, representing Sharonville. Good afternoon. We got Pat Rogers in the house. Good afternoon, Pat. Good afternoon. Thank you. Welcome to the show. I just got a couple things on my mind, and we'll get to it shortly. Give a few people an opportunity to get in here, because y'all know how y'all act like I don't do the show on a regular basis. So, people like, oh, I didn't even know you was on. So they don't even check to see. And I don't know what the deal is with, oh, hold on a second. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Had to take a work call. I don't normally get calls while I'm doing this, but I had to grab that one. What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. But there's a few things I want to discuss. Oh, I was saying people act like I don't do the show on a regular basis. And I don't know what happens to the notifications. Like, I don't send out notifications. So apparently, if you have your notifications set for when some people get the notifications, other people don't get the notifications. I don't control that. So if you don't get a notification, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. I don't send them out, and I don't control them. So, sorry. I only got a few more people coming in. Preston in the house, representing Avondale. Good afternoon, Preston. Got Valisa Lovett. Good afternoon. Pamela Kinney, representing North Avondale. Good afternoon, Pamela. Thank you for joining the show. Brent, representing Dallas, Texas. Good afternoon, Brent. I think all of my predictions were 100% right for SummerSlam. I think I got everything right, but I didn't write it down, so I don't remember. I know it was a few of them, and I was like, I ain't sure about that. Crystal, good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. We got Seabreeze in the house. Seabreeze says, what's up? I didn't know you were on. I was just talking about those notifications. I don't control them. I don't control the notifications. But I am on. Scott in the house, representing West Walnut Hills. Good afternoon, Scott. We got Tria in the house, representing Columbia Township. Good afternoon, Tria. Good afternoon. Andrea, representing Gulf Manor. Good afternoon, Andrea. Thanks for checking us out. Crystal Hoskins, checking in, representing the Christ Hospital. Well, good afternoon. We got Vincent Jones. He's representing Blue Ash. Regina, representing Madisonville. Good afternoon. Regina Griffin. Good afternoon. We got Maria Smith in the house, representing North College Hill. Good afternoon. Brian Grooms. I hope I said it right. Grooms. I always want to say groms when I see that. But it's two O's, and, we got kind of rules for language, but they break sometimes. But Brian Grooms, good afternoon. Preston says his YouTube notification always notifies me. Okay, well, cool. I think it's the Facebook notifications that don't be working. They be hating on me on Facebook. The platform, and of course the people. Terry, good afternoon, representing downtown. Let me see. Axe Black says, I'm boycotting wrestling till Hulk Hogan apologized to black folks. I say go for it. Look, I'm all for a good boycott. And a boycott don't have to be some big something. It can be something that you hold dear and you say, until this happens, I can't support you. I'm with that. 100%. I'm with it. See, I don't hate on people with their own personal boycott. You know you're not making a difference, don't you? What you're boycotting for, it ain't like they gonna miss you. So what? You gotta hold true to what you feel. So I'm not one of them haters, Axe Black. Do what you got to do. Brenda Early, good afternoon, representing Fairfield. CK says, hot day in Cincinnati, Ohio. He's representing Kennedy Heights. Good afternoon, CK. Brent says, I did write down the prediction, and you did not get all of them correct, but neither did I. Oh, you're going to have to let me know which one, because I might have got one wrong, but I don't think so. So you have to let me know which ones I got wrong at some point. Danica in the house, representing beautiful Orlando, Florida. Now, y'all didn't get the hurricane, right? Hurricane was on the other side. So you should be cool down there, right? I believe so. I hope so. And good afternoon to you. Thanks for checking out the show. Rhonda Snoopied? Is that Snoopied? Good afternoon. She's representing Winton Hills. I guess I shouldn't assume it's a she. Rhonda's representing Winton Woods. Did I say Winton Hills? Winton Woods. Good afternoon. Let me see. Kush in the house. Good afternoon. Checking in. He's representing Evanston. All right, we got Evanston in the house. Thanks, Kush, for checking out the show. We got Nat Turner in the house, representing Madville. All right, what's up? Ron Tucker in the house, representing the inside of his semi, picking up a load. Hey, you out there making that money, bro. Can't hate on that. Well, I could, but there's no reason to. So good afternoon. Thanks for checking out the show. Preston thinks YouTubers are better than Facebookers. I see how it is. The platform and the people. Yes, Lady K, the platform and the people. The platform don't send out my notifications. And then the people, I be posting the most innocent stuff, just questions, innocence. And people be going in on me. Even my favorite, Janice. Janice turned into a hater. But we'll get into that. So yes, the platform and the people. C. Bree says, what's the point of boycotting if you're not rich? Only rich people are impactful. Well, I want to talk about that a little bit too. Why do people keep out? We'll get into it. We will get into it. Dwayne, good afternoon. Dwayne's representing Mount Airing. Axe Black says, so you cool with Hulk Hogan disrespecting black folk? Damn the hypocrisy. What am I talking about? Am I cool with Hulk Hogan disrespecting black folk? No, I don't like Hulk Hogan. I don't support Hulk Hogan. What? Hulk Hogan doesn't own the WWE. He's not, a major shareholder. He's a guy. I don't understand. I'm down with your boycott. You want me to boycott? Come on. Carolyn Smith says, good afternoon, all. Good afternoon to you, Carolyn. Good afternoon. Oh, let's see. Thomas says, good afternoon. Range Township. I don't know where Range Township is. Where's Range Township? And Rhonda says, yes, I'm she who loves Snoopy. Oh, well, you can't beat that. Lady K say, you start stuff, but it's good. What did I start? I haven't started anything. haven't started anything. Um, that's kind of funny. I know it's entertaining to me. Let's see. Twin. I was up in your Kroger last night, actually. I was up in your Kroger last night. I really went over and took a look at your section, and that milk section over there sucks, bro. You don't know what you doing. How do you not know how to stock milk? How do your area look so disjointed, sloppy, disorganized, bro? Do I need to come over and give a seminar on stock? You know, back in my younger days, I worked for Biggs for a little bit, and I stocked, I guess I was a stock boy, even though I was a grown man. I was a stock man. I put up things, we had to face all of that good stuff. Look, if you want to meet sometimes and you want me to give you a seminar on how to stock your milk, bro, I can do that, man. It was a mess over there. I was looking for you like, where's Twin? They was like, who is Twin? I was like the dude to be cussing in the freezer in the afternoons. They was like, oh, yeah, he not here. So, okay, I made that last part up. I didn't ask nobody about you and say the dude to be cussing and all of that kind of stuff. All right, I made that part up. But yeah, man, your area was raggedy in the front and in the back. Like, where you open up the thing to get the milk, it was sloppy. And then because it was so sloppy, I could see to the back, and I was like, what in the hell is Twin doing over here? I need to open a consulting business. Get over there and teach y'all how to put up milk. Twin, good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. We got Lamont in the house. Says Grande, powerful royal from Westwood. So he's representing Westwood. Good afternoon. I had to stop because I always see the word purple when I read that. And the word purple is nowhere in there. But I swear I see it when I read it, and I almost say it every time. But good afternoon. Thomas says Thomas is representing White Oak. Okay, all right. Tanika says pretty windy here, but that's it right now. Well, good. I like a good windy day. LaDonna in the house representing East Price Hill. Good afternoon. We got Drea representing Sycamore Township. Good afternoon. Beth Walker says Hulk Hogan can barely survive in the old wrestler's home. He's just a man. It's true. He is just a man. And good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show, Beth. And I hope what I said last week you didn't take as a shot at you, because it wasn't when I said what we used to call a Beth back when I was in college. That was in no way, shape, or form a shot at you. Just your name brought that up. So if you took it that way, I apologize. If you didn't take it that way, good. Daryl, what's up? He's representing beautiful Forest Park. All right, good afternoon. Lady K says, it's the way you present the ideas, and it gets people angry. I still don't understand why. One of my haters, call in, 513-71. It's going to be hard to see it because I got on a white shirt. So it's going to be hard to see the number. 513-717-5464. Call in and tell me why. I don't understand it. Let's see. Brian says, not the bad milk section at Kroger. It was a mess. LaDonna says, I worked at Biggs also. All right. I only worked there for maybe 2 weeks or something like that. I couldn't do it for too long. Let's see. I think, did I get to everybody? Did I say hello to everybody? I think I said hello to everybody. Hold on, I'm scrolling. All right. I don't know what channel it was, but I saw on Ric Flair that Roman Reigns over the weekend, and they were pretty good. Didn't know who Roman Reigns was, for real. All right. So, welcome everybody to the show. I appreciate everybody for taking some time out of your day to, spend some time listening to me ramble about nothing. All right. a couple things were brought up that I wanted to discuss. A couple things were brought up that, oh, my innocent little post. I put out an innocent little post because I keep telling y'all, I like to know stuff. I like to hear different perspectives and stuff. And if you know, or if you see me on Facebook, I don't actually post a lot. I mean, other than this, but I don't actually post a lot. So I said I'm one of those weird people who I don't, really understand the thing of posing with celebrities or people that you don't know. Like, I typically don't take pictures with people that I don't know because I don't know you, And so I was saying, I don't understand it, and can somebody help me understand what it is that you get out of taking a picture with a celebrity or, somebody that you don't know. Few people, said, look, I do it for this reason or I do it for that reason. And, normally, well, for the few of them, I thank them for answering the question. Because what happens a lot of times is you ask a question. This don't just happen on Facebook. This just happens in life. You ask a question and people don't actually answer the question. They comment all around the question because for whatever reason, they think there's some ulterior motive or, whatever it is. I don't know what they think, but a lot of times people don't answer questions. I think some of it, I think they don't want to be judged based on their answer. And so they assume this person's going to judge me, so they don't answer the question. That's what I think maybe it is. But no, I didn't judge anybody. People said what they said. They had their feelings about it. I appreciated them answering my simple question, why take a picture with somebody that you don't know? But of course, with the people who answered, and of course a few people agreed, like, I don't understand it either. I don't know. There were a few people who tried to question shame me. They tried to question shame me. And I'm like, why don't you just let people enjoy what they enjoy? I didn't say anybody couldn't enjoy it. There was no commentary in there saying that there is something wrong with you if you take pictures with celebrities. It said, as a matter of fact, it said, I'm one of the weird people. Typically, at least from my perspective, when somebody says, I'm one of the weird people who don't this, it means we understand that, or at least we perceive that a whole lot of the people, the norm is to do that thing. It's normal for somebody to see a celebrity and, hey, can I get a picture with you? Ooh, can I get an autograph? We understand that's the norm. We are acknowledging that we are outside of the norm. So it's not, when you say something like that, it's not, why can't people just enjoy it? Clearly, I'm acknowledging that most people do. I'm asking, why? Why do you? What do you get out of it? I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's something I don't do. And so it's something I don't understand. So help me understand. A few people answered the question, and said, this is why I do it. And this is what I get out of it. And I'm like, thank you for answering the question. Like I said, there were a few people who wanted to question shame me. And yes, question shame. They wanted to shame me for asking a question. Look, I will not be question shamed. I will not be question shamed. I don't think it's a bad thing to ask questions about things that you don't understand or that you want information about that people have information about. I don't think that there's anything shameful about that. So I will not be question shamed. I will not be. I ask questions. And you can answer or not answer. Even Janice, like I said, my favorite, Janice. Why do it have to be one way or the other? I didn't say it has to be anything. Oh, I got some potential spam coming in. Well, let's send them to voicemail. I like to send spam to voicemail. Oh, did y'all know? Hold on, I'm going to get back to that. I love this thing with the iPhone. I don't know. It may not be something new. Like, a lot of times when I figure out something with my phone, and I'll be like, oh, the iPhone can do this. Some Android user, we've been doing that for years. Like, Did you know you can save as many as 3 lives today? It is easier giving us a call at Hawksworth Blood Center to find the location near you. Yeah, I'm not giving to Hawksworth. I'm not giving to Hawksworth. And that they know why. They know why. I've told them why. They just keep calling me. But yeah, you can see the message of the voicemail, the text of the voice. Like when somebody is leaving you a voicemail, you can see the message as it comes in. And then if you decide you want to talk to that person, you can pick up, like old school answering machine days. You can pick up the phone and talk to the person. I didn't figure that out until probably about 3 months ago. Probably about 3 months ago, I figured out that you can do that. I never knew that thing existed. Dude, can you do that on an Android? I know, y'all, we've been doing that for 6 years now. Y'all just now getting that? Stop. I'm not necessarily in the whole iPhone, Android battle. I'm not, I'm not in that battle. I'm not wholeheartedly in that battle. I will Android shame people from time to time, but only, in certain areas. Like when I'm using my mixing console and trying to control the mixing console with my iPhone. I done told y'all this probably about 100 times. If you got an iPhone or an iPad or something like that, boom, I give you the information that you need. You connect to the network, you put in the IP address, bam, you connect right away. No problems. If you have an Android, you gotta do it and then connect and then it don't connect and then you have to turn it off and then shut it down and then open it up and then redo everything in order for it to connect. It just works better with an iPhone for whatever reason. The iOS apps seem to function better with this mixing console. So when that happens, then I Android shame the people. I always know when I'm like, okay, connect to this network, here's the IP address. And they're like, you got an Android, don't you? Yeah. I knew it. Yeah. Because if you got an iPhone, no problem, it works. So that's really the only time that I Android shame people. But I'm asking now, see again, this is a question. Do Android phones do that? Do Android phones, you gotta, someone goes to voicemail, you see the text of the voicemail coming through, and then you can pick it up and be like, hey, how you doing? Can they do that on an Android? You've probably been able to do it on an iPhone for years, and I didn't know. But now I know that you can, so I do. And yeah, no, I don't mess with Hawksworth anymore. Okay, Axe Black says Android does that. Good. But yeah, I don't mess with Hawksworth really because I didn't get some satisfaction. I gave to Hawksworth for years. I was a regular, you know what I'm saying? I don't even remember however often you can, every 3 months or however often it is that you can give to Hawksworth. I was one of those people who I'm at Hawksworth, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, donate. I don't ask for nothing. Some people, we're giving away this, and then they'll come and donate to get something. But I was doing it because I was working at the radio station, and some sickle cell, I believe, some people with sickle cell or from the Sickle Cell Foundation or whatever came in, and they were like, hey, did you know that you could give to Hawksworth and kind of specify that you want your donation to go to, people with sickle cell or however it was that they said. I don't really remember because it was years ago. But in essence, you could go in, you could give blood, and you can say, you know what, I want people, the Sickle Cell Foundation or people with sickle cell to get this blood. And they say that, that's where it goes, is for something like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because, I knew some people who, suffered from, or suffer from, y'all forgive me. My language ain't the best. I just say stuff how I feel it. I'm working on not being, what do you call it? I don't want to say I'm working on being politically correct because I don't like the way that sounds. I'm working on not being offensive with my language. So I don't want to be people who suffer from sickle cell and then somebody with sickle cell like, we ain't suffering. We just have the condition. Why you gonna, I ain't trying to insult you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you. But the bottom line was I was doing that. And then I went in and I got a bad phlebotomist who didn't know really, she wasn't real good at getting the blood. And I had expressed that to them, that maybe she needed some training or whatever. And the people there, which I guess this ain't really fair, Hawksworth didn't do it. But I say, some of their representatives weren't nice to me. And I'm like, I'm trying to help. And that lady was hurting me, and she didn't get enough blood to even be a donation. And they was like, well, this just gets donated to science. And I wanted to say, no, give me my blood back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not up here doing nothing to donate to science. I'm trying to help people. And because she messed up, now my blood can't help people. And what y'all gonna do with my blood? You know what I'm saying? What are y'all gonna do with my blood? It's not enough for a donation, so it goes to science. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. And so I didn't like the way they responded when I expressed to them that young lady needed some help because her skills were not up to par. I didn't like the way they responded, and then I did it again, and I got another bad one, even though they got enough blood, but I was in pain. I was like, this hurt. This is a different person, and they don't know what they doing. Like, y'all got at least 2 people up in here who don't know what they doing. And they weren't responsive to me. So I said, all right, I won't donate no more. So I stopped donating to Hawksworth. I feel kind of bad about it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got all this extra blood. You know what I'm saying? I want to help people. But I'm not coming in there to be hurt and for y'all to take my blood and give it to science. You know what I'm saying? I want to help people. That's before I was the king, but like now I have to be careful with my royal blood. It's precious. But yeah, that's why I'm not telling anybody else because I had a whole lot of great experiences with Hawksworth. I was actually at Hawksworth once and ran into my old English teacher, not the one who allowed me to not do homework and I got all A's, but another one of my favorite English teachers, who was she was really encouraging to me and just actually she is one of the main people who she used to always be like, you have a keen analytical mind. She encouraged me to maybe go into law or, something like that and to do more public speaking. Because I was a super duper shy kid. I guess I'm still a shy dude, I guess. But I don't know. Can you really say that? You be up on stage performing in front of people. You be on the radio or used to be on the radio talking to people. You get up and, speak to people. So, okay, I'm not sure if I can say that. But I was a really shy person. Hold on a second, twin. Let me see if I can get this thing working right. External headphones. We're gonna speaker should be external headphone. Twin, can you hear me? I can't hear twin. I don't know what happened. He was on the line. I couldn't hear him. But yeah, I was giving blood, and she came in, and I was like, Miss, I don't remember her name now. I don't remember her name. I'm so bad with names, y'all forgive me. I don't remember her name, but she came in and we had a nice long conversation. I had a lot of great experiences with Hawksworth, but those 2 experiences, I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it no more. Twin,
Hey, what's up, man?
how you doing, sir?
I'm all right so far until I heard my name.
All right. You should still be all right. I can help you where you're deficient.
You can't help me do nothing.
I'm telling you, I can help
Just
you.
like this two-faced Negro. Hey, E-Man.
Yes, sir.
I don't work on Sundays, man.
Okay.
So I wasn't there yesterday. I was there Saturday. See, if you would have came Saturday, everything would have been decent in order.
But it's your section. How does it get so out of order in one day?
When I come back, I ain't go to work today. When I come back, every time I come back on Monday, it's always like that. And I'd say the same thing you saying, man.
Okay.
But if you ever see me over there and anything that's, if it's straight over there to A1, everything's all good. You know Twin been there. Other than that, no, this ain't Twin work.
All right.
I know the ends of that. I've been there 11 years, Lord's will, in 2 weeks. It's going to be 11 years. And, you know, I've been in every different department. I was a manager at one time, but I stepped down. But other than that, no, I do my job and make the customers happy. That's why they love me so much, E-Man.
All right. Well, look, I'll take your word for it. It was shabby. It wasn't your day.
I know.
And it wasn't your fault. But I'm going to go over there. I'm gonna do an audit.
What time, now you sound like one of those secret shoppers that be saying, they be like, hey, the guy in the dairy, because that happened to me, the guy in dairy, he didn't smile. What? I got 3 customers in front of me. You want me to smile?
That's right.
But I can't acknowledge everybody, man.
I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna do an audit one of these days. When you are there, you ain't gonna know I'm there, and I'm gonna look around. And if everything good, I'll report back that Twin know what he doing.
You dead wrong. You dead wrong. Hey, man, you dead wrong, bro. You dead wrong. I had to call in because I was driving. You said my name. I was like, man, I'm going to get it. I know he's about to say Kroger. And then I said, yeah, he said, I got to pull over. I really got to get at him. No, that's all love, though. That's all love. No, that wasn't my work, though, man. That wasn't my work.
I believe you.
To make me laugh today, man.
Anything else?
I ain't gonna.
That's it?
No, ain't nothing else you was talking about. You was talking about they transfer your blood to somebody else's blood and whatever you were saying.
Yeah, no, they kept my blood. They say they donated it to science or something like that.
Well, they use it for medicine, man. Plasma or whatever.
No. Because I've given plasma.
Oh, just regular. Oh.
No, they said they didn't get enough because the lady didn't know what she was doing. So they was like, this isn't enough, for a full donation or whatever. So, yeah, we'll just end up taking that and using it for science. What does that mean?
So King of Talk ain't got enough blood in him, huh?
No. No, I got plenty of blood. I have blood to spare. But the thing was, she didn't know how to get the blood. So, yeah, she was messing up. And she was just jabbing around in my arm and just...
So they had to re-stick you in a certain way? You have veins? They couldn't find a vein or something?
I don't know. Look, again, up until then, I'd never had a problem. Like, 0 problems. They get in there.
Oh, they want to be one of them new-news.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I was telling them, like, she's not...
Try to mess your arm up. Now you look like a dope thing.
Yeah. And, I didn't like the way they responded.
Yeah, because there's somebody, that's already used to doing it. Bam, Pokemon, and you on your way.
Right. They do it.
No, she wanna play like you're a guinea pig, like you did some COVID-19 stuff, huh? Like he been there, he used to it. Make it move.
Yeah, but this was a long time ago. Wow. I actually kind of like donating plasma. And again, this is one of those things where maybe I'm weird. They take the blood out, but they put they separate the plasma and then they put the blood back in. And The feeling of the cold blood going back in my arm, it was something about that sensation I kind of liked. So I didn't mind donating plasma, but I wouldn't have had a problem. But yeah, she kind of messed me up. The two of them, two different ones, and so I stopped my relationship with them. I
Well,
quit
you
them.
should. Is that person that normally stick you there?
Well, I never went in and had a normal person. I would just go in, but they would call me and be like, basically you're eligible, your time is up, you can come in and donate again, and I would just go in. So it wasn't I had one person, but I just trusted whoever the phlebotomist was at the time, and I never had problems until those last two.
Oh, okay. All right, Dan, man. I ain't gonna hold you up. Get on with your show.
All right,
Kroger's
twin.
Keep Kroger's name out your mouth, all right?
Have a good one, sir. All right, that's twin. He had to come here to stick up for his work. I'm gonna go in there one of these days. You gonna know, and I'm gonna go in, and if it looked nice, then I'll come back and tell y'all, like, nah, twin on point. He know what he doing. But if it's raggedy like it was, I'm gonna be like, twin was at work. I synced him. I synced him there. He was at work, flirting with that girl with the big booty in the freezer. She knows she ain't had no business in the freezer. And I synced him in there flirting with her, and just milk was all over the place, just raggedy. So I'll tell the truth. I'll tell the truth. Michael says, you trying to get that big bonus. No, I wasn't trying to get anything. I just was donating. And I really do. I encourage people. I know it don't sound like I'm encouraging people, but I encourage people, donate. Donate. If you know what I'm saying, if you can, donate. Because it helps people. It really does. I believe it does. Again, I know some people who had sickle cell, and they get help. They get help. But my feelings is still hurt based on the way that I was, my complaint was received. And so my feelings is still hurt, so I'm cool on them. Maybe one of these days my feelings will be unhurt. I'll get over it, but not yet. What was I saying before I got caught up on Hawksworth when they called me? Yeah, I was talking about asking questions. And, people trying to question shame me. And I was asking people, why? What is it? Why are people so harsh with me? Why are people so harsh with me? Here's what I want y'all to think about. Really think about this, really. Because I know people think like, oh, you know what I'm saying, you abrasive and, you know what I'm saying, you be saying stuff and you be doing stuff and get on people's nerves and so on and so forth. And you sarcastic and you always telling the jokes. And that, look, I agree to some degree to all of that. To some degree, yeah, I know I say things that are sarcastic and, I like to laugh and have fun. Hopefully that will never change. Because I enjoy laughing about virtually anything. I enjoy having fun just within me. All right? So hopefully that never changes. But I don't really say and or do things to bother people. And I know there are people who think that I do. And that I do it intentionally. And like I said, people are always trying to figure out what I'm trying to say, and he asked this question and he trying to get to this, so if I answer that question this way, then that's gonna mean this and this and that. And I mean, sometimes yes, when it's like really simple stuff, then yes, I let you talk your way into a corner. Just ask simple questions. And, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times I want to see what you actually believe and are you consistent with that belief? If you are, that's fine. If you're not, that's fine too. I just will then know, well, you have some inconsistent beliefs. And that's fine. But I know, saying how you operate. You can't be like, well, if 1 + 1 is 2, then 2 + 2 is 4. And you like, no, 1 + 1 is 2, but 2 + 2 is 7. No, bro, that don't go together. Like, what are you doing? The logic, the reasoning, it don't add up. So you have to understand that about some people. But I promise y'all, I'm not trying to trick y'all. I'm not trying to trap y'all. Hold on. Because the question was rhetorical. What question was rhetorical? Like Axe Black said, would you take a selfie with Stevie Wonder? Well, I didn't see that question. And probably not. Why? Why am I taking a picture with Stevie Wonder? I don't know Stevie Wonder. I don't know that brother. You know what I'm saying? And look, y'all know I love me some Stevie Wonder. I think, one of the best voices in the history of music. But, no. Why? Why am I taking a picture with him? Now, if Stevie Wonder is like, hey, man, I would love to take a picture with you. Then I'll take a picture with him, and here, you can have it. I don't want it. What I'm going to do with it? What does that picture say? All that picture says, in my mind, this is all the picture says. One day, you posed for a picture with Stevie Wonder. That's it. All right, thank you. Oh, I know him. No, the picture don't mean you know him. The picture don't mean y'all cool. The picture don't mean y'all shared some, great life-changing experience. I mean, he was in a spot, and you happened to be in that same spot, and y'all posed for a picture for a matter of seconds together. Usually, that's all it means. Me and my brother, I know him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look back on some of the pictures from when we was little bitty kids, like, oh my goodness, I can't believe we was that little. Look at us. But I know them. It means something. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, what do it mean? I stood next to him one day. Yeah, you sure did. And you got proof. And that was, again, that was my question. What does it do for you? Maybe it does a lot. Ron says, so if I tell you to take a picture with him, he doesn't know you and you don't know him, why would you take the picture? Because he wants the picture. If he wants the picture, I'm not against it for him, but I don't want it. Caller.
Hey, Emanuel, this is Brent. What's going on?
Brent, how you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. All right. Now, if you take a picture with Stevie Wonder and then you give the picture to Stevie Wonder, how does Stevie Wonder even know that's a picture of you and him?
His people are telling him. maybe the picture will be in Braille and he can rub it like, oh, yeah, that's him. That's his face. That's me. That's my face. Yeah. So
yeah, what if it's one of those texture pictures that he can feel and feel your forehead and feel your hairline and like, oh, yeah, that's a man.
Then he'll know we got something in common. Yeah. But if he wanted the picture, then I'll take like Brent, if I met you and you were like, hey, take a picture with me, I'll take a picture with you.
Right.
I don't necessarily want the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we can take a picture together. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If maybe it's a little different because even though it's just by phone, we have an actual relationship. And so I'm like, hey, I know this brother. I've been talking to this brother for years. And, this is a picture of me and this brother that has supported me for years. And, I can appreciate that. But just some random person, no.
Yeah. Well, I'm there's a few conspiracy theories that I, subscribe to. And one of them is Stevie Wonder been hustling us all these years. That joker can see.
That was just coincidence that he caught that mic when it was falling, bro. That was just coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah, just like all the songs where he's talking about what for your love I will do anything to see the smile upon your face.
What?
How you gonna see the smile, Stevie?
Easy. Do you not remember in that video, the Lionel Richie video, where the girl did the thing? She felt his face.
Hello?
You know what I'm saying? In that way, he can see the smile. Hey, oh yeah, he's smiling. All right, in that way.
Lionel Richie was a stalker. Can we agree to that? He stalked a blind girl, a blind student.
Yeah. Yes, in that video, he was definitely a stalker. Just following people around,
man.
talking about, hello, what are you doing, bro? Stop. That's creepy. But yes.
Man, and I got to claim him as a fellow Tuskegee alum. Oh, man.
Man, he talked like y'all value. That's how y'all talk, so.
Oh yeah, he was big time country. Actually, his grandma still lives. Well, I don't know if she's alive anymore, but she used to live right across the street from campus, so you could see her house and everything. But
Okay.
But I'm not going to delay anything any longer. LaDonna is sitting on the edge of her chair, just waiting. It's time for the wrestling report, and this is the SummerSlam wrap up.
All right.
And as I said before, neither one of us got all of them right, but we did. I think both of us missed one.
Okay.
But we'll start with that first match with Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, and it looks like both of us had Liv Morgan winning, but by disqualification. But actually, Liv Morgan won cleanly with the help of Dirty Dom. And then at the end, Dom went out there to Liv Morgan and slobbed her down, and Rhea Ripley was pissed. So that was a good twist in there. I thought it was going to be something different, but it was hilarious.
But just so you know, I'm not counting that one as being wrong. Because
You were wrong.
No, the idea was Liv is going to win, and it will have something to do with some interference from Dom. So although he didn't get caught on the chair, had he gotten caught, that would have been a disqualification. So that was the idea behind it, was that Dominique would interfere, costing Rhea the match.
Okay, and looking back at it, I actually had both of us getting that right. But you did miss another one, but we'll worry about that. But what I would have loved to see, as soon as Rhea Ripley was in the ring, upset, that main event Jey Uso come down to the ring, because he'd been pushing up on her. So if he had came down and consoled her and everything, that would have been even more hilarious.
You did see where Rikishi says that they're gonna break up his marriage, don't you?
Who's married? Dom's marriage?
No, Rikishi says that if they do that angle, it's gonna break up Jay's marriage.
Who is Jay? Is Jay married to Naomi or another black girl?
Naomi.
Okay,
yeah.
I still get both of them confused.
So do I.
I wouldn't know which was which. Unless one has a Yeet shirt on and the other one ain't been singing in 4 months.
Right. They I still don't know them apart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So what was the next match? What was the next match? Was it LA Knight versus Logan Paul? And both of us predicted that correctly, that LA Knight finally won. But what was strange from that, which was crazy, Logan Paul hits LA Knight with brass knuckles. LA Knight no-sells it and then hits his little Jimmy move. I'm like, what in the world? You just got hit with brass knuckles. That's supposed to be it. So that just didn't make any sense to me at all.
No, it didn't.
But we were right there. Next one was Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. I had Sammy winning, you had Braun winning, and you were correct. Braun won in pretty much a squash match.
Yep.
So that was the one that I had missed.
Okay.
Let's see. Next one we had, I think it was it Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk? or whatever. It
Actually,
doesn't matter
we
the
can
order.
go to them. I think the next one was actually Nia Jackson.
Oh, yes, let's go to that one. Both of us picked Nia Jax, or big boned Beyonce, as I like to call her. And that was a good match, and I love the way how they finished it, because they had Nia Jax hit 2 brutal power bombs and then 2, what they call it, the Annihilator,
Yeah.
in the corner. And when she went up for the second one, she threw her head out and threw her arms out and said, "Yeah, I got this," and came down and sat on her chest again with her arms folded, didn't hook no legs. And I'm like, that's how you start a dominant championship run. So they did that match perfectly.
Yes, they did.
And they did have Tippy Time come down for the distraction. So
Yes.
that was a minor distraction. But I like how they did that one. CM Punk, we did that. Yeah. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with special guest referee. I forgot about what's his name?
Seth
Rollins. Yes. Tyler Black from ROH days. But both of us predicted that one correctly, that Drew McIntyre would win that match. And with some interplay with Seth Rollins, and he even caught a go to sleep and didn't want to count 3 because Seth doesn't like either one of them.
Right.
But yeah, we both saw that Drew had to win that one, and then this gives CM Punk an additional angle to finish up with, for 10 years, they say 10, 15 years, that angle's been going on with him and Seth Rollins. So,
Yeah.
So that was good. For the World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest versus Gunther. I picked Gunther, you picked Damian.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Okay, that's right, because I thought...
with outside interference.
Yeah, I thought the interference was and he was going to be mad about the interference. So, yeah, you're right.
Yep, but it was outside interference, but it was with his fellow Judgment Day member. Goodness, I'm so horrible with names. Finn Balor.
Yes.
Put his leg on the rope, and that's been a slow build. They've been teasing them breaking up because last year, was it earlier this year, Damian Priest cost Finn Balor the championship by running in and doing interference. So that was good. And once again, Gunther won in a different way with a couple of power bombs and then choked him out. So we'll see how long they're going to have him with this title run.
All right.
And then the main event was Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. And both of us picked Cody, but I added the additional that Roman Reigns returns. And so I was more righter than you on this one. We had the outside interference shenanigans. We knew that KO was going to come back and the Viper was going to come back, but you saw KO was gassed because he had to run all that distance out to the ring, and once before he jumped in there, he's like he had to pause and take a breath.
Yep.
But yeah, and what was his name? Jacob Fatu, because it was 2 rounds of interference. He came out there and he legit hurt his leg when he did the splash off the top rope onto Cody, onto the table.
Yeah.
So I was like, either he's really hurt or he's doing one hell of a sell job, like a Dusty Rhodes type.
Yeah.
Or,
no, he's definitely
man Jimmy Value type.
He's definitely really hurt. Do you know if it's broken or just like some deep bruise or something like that?
I don't know. I just saw a picture that they have posted. One of them posted on their social medias where he was in a walking boot.
Yeah.
So, it may be a sprain, maybe a bruise, but I guess he hit his shin or something on the edge of the table, and those tables or the announcers just don't break or collapse. They forget to hit the switch.
Yeah.
Or they get some new guy in there like, hey, this is undone. Let me latch it. And messed up like that. But yeah. But and in the end, Roman Reigns does come out, and he's looking like he's had a lot of time off and possibly even lost some weight. But he comes out there, Superman punch to Solo, and then hits him with the ooh-ah spear. And for it to be an outdoor stadium, you could really hear the entire 50,000 plus fans that were there be right in with it. So So it was good. And all it took was one crossroads after that in order to beat Solo. So that was it. So overall, it was a solid pay-per-view. Fairly predictable, which is fine, just as long as the predictability makes sense. And both of us missed one.
All right.
You missed the Gunther pick, and I missed the Braun Breaker.
All right.
Pick.
Well, we'll see what happens tonight.
That's all I got. All right. Yep. And since you'll be there tomorrow, unless that call from work there has you.
No. I'll be here tomorrow.
All right. Yep. And my son will be here too. I didn't get a chance to watch with him on Saturday, but once he came back from camp, we were able to watch it together on Sunday. And I had to make sure that he was looking up at the TV instead of on his phone. I was like, nope, rewind it. You got to see this. You got to see this. So he's back, so he'll be able to also keep me up to date because he watches the show and then listens to like a live reaction, live stream from a dude, and he fills me in on what they're saying. So it's always fun to get the additional chatter. It's almost like we're watching it with just both of us there watching it, so we're able to give good feedback.
All right.
Well, you have a good one, and we'll see what the next pay-per-view, isn't it supposed to be overseas?
I don't know.
I think they're doing another international pay-per-view, which I don't blame them. Make that money.
Yeah.
Make that money. Triple H.
All right.
Vince McMahon is still involved. You're not going to tell me he's not involved.
I don't think he is.
Like they have family dinners. What? Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, that's my headset there. But all right. Well, you take it easy, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, Brent. All right, so that was that. That was the wrestling report. And look, if you be lost on the wrestling report, that's your fault because you can watch wrestling. You can turn it on and watch it. So it's your fault if you lost. Don't blame me. Don't blame Brent. You only got you to blame. Let me see. What else? Let me think. How do I want to address this? Let me address it this way. I find it interesting that people attack people for hearing what they said, saying what they said, and not agreeing with what they said. And then you attack. CK.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, man. How you doing, man? Yeah, they wait till you get... Why they wait right till you call in and call your phone? Right?
Well, they don't...
They wait right till you... As soon as I call... That nigga ain't been on his phone 16 hours and 14 minutes. As soon as you make one call, that's when they call? Come on now.
Who is they?
I've been sitting here listening to podcast after podcast.
Okay.
Then they wait right when I call you. I ain't on the phone with you 12 seconds, and they call my phone. This ain't right. Look, this ain't right.
Well, you got to answer it? Go ahead.
What's the odds?
Huh?
I ain't answering nothing.
All
I'm
right.
on the phone with the king.
All right.
I'm down with the king of talk.
Oh, what's on your mind?
Man, there's a lot on my mind. I had to call you, man. It was real.
All right.
They got Raymond Childs III. I had to hit you with one.
Who?
Out of Indiana. Raymond Childs III.
Who is that?
A child out of Indiana. Listen, man. They're trying him as an adult. Trying to take his whole life. This is a child. You hear me?
I'm not familiar with the story.
Listen, they said his father left. He's 17 years old, a child. He had some guns in there. The 17-year-old, he killed. Let me see, I got it. Here we go. Raymond Childs Sr. Yep. He killed everybody. Raymond Childs Jr., Raymond Childs Sr., Kizzy Childs, his sister, Ela Childs, 18, Rita Childs, and Kiera Hawkins, 19. And she was pregnant. Killed his brother boyfriend. They trying to try him as an adult, sir. And he was 17 years old. This is what I was telling you about. Remember a couple weeks ago I told you they got to stop trying these kids as adults.
But wait a minute, wait. And again, I don't know many of the details. Just as you were talking, I looked it up. He killed 6 people.
In his house.
Right.
Why would you leave those type of weapons where children could get to?
You said he was 17? Yeah, he was 17.
Yes,
What?
Mm-hmm.
It would be different if you said he was 11. He was 12. You 17 years old and you killed 6 people. Why would they not
Your
try
own
you?
people. Huh?
No, go ahead.
No, you said why would I need that question? That was an
Why
important
would they
question you
not
asked.
try you as an adult? You're 17.
Hold on, sir. Hold on, Livingston, King of Talk. I got you.
All right.
Oh,
I'm listening.
whoa. No one is bigger than the game, sir. No one. There's no exception, sir. So you telling me Childs can't be considered a child because his name is Childs? What's wrong with you, man?
But no, I think the severity of and again, I don't have all the details. I'm just going based on what I just looked up and, a story out of Fox 59 and the Indy Star. And they say he was 17 years old when he shot and killed most of his family inside their Indianapolis home in 2021. I don't understand why you wouldn't try that person as an adult.
Listen, sir, he's still a child. You can't wait for when it's your turn. The rules are the rules. The rules are there for a reason. It's a law. You can't say, well, she was thick, she looked grown, so I could try her. No. You have no right to try that man no matter how horrific the crime. Remember, you said it on your platform 3 weeks ago. You said no child should be tried as an adult.
No. But hold on, let me correct. I don't remember saying that.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, at the age of 17, I would imagine you clearly understand, right from wrong. You understand enough to shoot and kill 6 people. I'm not saying they have to try him as an adult, but I could understand the mindset behind we should try this person as an adult because they're so close to being an adult and the crime is so heinous that it makes sense that would be the decision made. Again, I don't know exactly where the demarcation line is. It's
heinous.
13,
heinous. Hold on.
14, 15, 16, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and 322 days. I don't know exactly where the line is, but at some point, maybe your point is the line is 18, but you can't just let 17-year-olds run around committing these heinous crimes and getting away with it, because in essence you kind of get away with it because you're a juvenile. I don't know that I agree with that.
That's why I brought this but I brought this subject to your platform for this reason because, like Mr. Wyatt was saying previously, he said that the laws are to protect the community. It's not to protect the child. So I see what you're saying, but I'm trying to let y'all know that no one is bigger than the game. So you can't change the rules for certain people. If it's a law, you need to make the law. You can't just, make it comfortable for you when you want it to. Or you just need to open the laws and say, well, murder is murder, right? No juvenile jurisdiction.
See, no. And again, I don't know exactly where the line is. Okay? I don't. But
18. When did it stop? It always been 18.
I think the line.
It ain't no blurry.
But that's why you make exceptions. The law, a good portion of the law is not just black and white. There are exceptions. You know, this crime is this. You know what I'm saying? If you kill somebody, if you meet this criteria, then it's manslaughter. If you meet this criteria, then it's, murder. If you meet this criteria, then it's, involuntary, whatever. If you meet this criteria, then it's premeditated. There are all of these different exceptions that go into the law, which I don't know them. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know all of these exceptions. But just as I think I'm a reasonable person, I can understand the mindset of somebody so close to that demarcation line. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, well, he shot six people the day before his birthday, so we can't charge him as an adult. That's not, in my mind, that's not reasonable. Because of the vicious nature of the crime, you have to consider something and making the charge more harsh.
I see. But remember, one of the victims is his brother's girlfriend, 19-year-old, and she was pregnant. So that's a double homicide. You remember you getting charged with that infant in her body, right? You know that, Livingston.
Okay.
So that's the extra. So we're looking at special circumstances. So I'm trying to tell you that if he's tried as an adult in Indiana, we're looking at a possible death penalty, sir.
Well, I'm not for the death penalty, but, I mean, if that's what they have, you would have him be charged, as a juvenile? So maybe then he go to jail, and then he get out at 21. So he maybe do, 3.5 years? And you be cool with that. 3.5 years for killing 6 people.
No. He's going to have to do a little more. He's going to get juvenile life. We're looking at a juvenile life.
What does that mean?
That goes up to 25, Livingston. That goes up to 25.
Ooh, 25. For killing.
There you go. Now we getting to mental development. This is when your mind begins to develop as a male chromosome. Remember, your mind doesn't start developing until the age of 25. Don't forget that. Remember.
Say that one more time.
At 25, the male chromosome, that species, that's when his brain starts to mature. That's when manhood begins. Remember?
Well, I don't think that's true.
Biology.
I think you might be I think you might be misunderstanding that. I think your mind start developing when you're born, and I think what they say it reaches maturity or whatever at 25, but it don't start when you hit 25. So I think there's a slight misunderstanding of that. But I think at 17, and again, I think about me.
Still a child.
No, at 17, I knew enough to not be running around murdering my whole family.
Hold on, his father is what? The junior. Then he killed the son. So you killed junior and the third, and your sister. You know what I mean? So by him doing these things, this was a childlike mind.
No,
I'm talking about. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't start developing. Your manhood starts. I'm talking about the man part of you, maturity, like responsibilities.
I think you making all of that up.
Loyalty.
I think you making all of that up.
You can Google it right now. What time? You could put it in Google. Put in Google, what age does the human brain start to develop for a male? It's going to tell you 25.
I doubt it.
It's not going to say, birth. I'm telling you facts. I studied it.
Where did you study this?
Oh, my God. On the internet like everybody else.
What age does the... Hold on. What am I Googling?
That's why. Hold on. So you forgot that females are more mature than boys? You forgot all this stuff going. You forgot your whole schooling. What happened to you, Livingston? You got out of school and forgot about it. Boys are slow to mature. We are the slower.
All right.
mature-
Hold on. I Googled what you asked me to Google, and this is what came up.
Okay, there you go.
The human brain develops from the tip of a 3 millimeter long neural tube at 3 to 4 weeks after conception. So
Okay.
that's a far cry from 25.
No, you didn't go with mature. When does the male responsible? When does you start maturing?
Now
as
you're
a- as
adding
a
stuff.
male? It's 25.
That's a whole lot of stuff
No,
to
that's
Google.
what no. The whole premise of my statement was you start to develop your loyalty, your responsibilities at the age of 25. You forgot?
That's not true.
This is when it starts.
Look,
when did it
look,
start
hold
for
on,
you?
stop,
You
stop.
was a man?
CK, we can just
You
use
is a man.
CK, we can just use some common sense here. We know that there are some young men who join gangs and all of that kind of stuff in their very early teens, 11, 12, 13 years old, and they're quite loyal to those gangs. So your loyalty doesn't start developing once you hit 25. That's just not true.
No, I'm saying that's why they're able to get you loyal in your teens. I'm saying you become a man. When you become 25, then you start looking at how retarded that was to be joining gangs at 14 and 15. That's what I'm saying. The things that looked fun at 15, a gold chain, $100,000 chain looks good. At 25 and 30, you start looking at how goofy.
Hold on. Here's what I think. Here's what I think you're trying to say, because I want to help you.
Okay.
I think what you're trying to say is that they tell us that the brain is fully developed at the age of 25.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yep.
But
You're
that
right.
means,
damn, you got it out of me.
But that means that it's been developing, and at the age of 17, it is developed enough to know that you should not kill your family.
Yeah. Yeah, you should never be. It should never be that situation. But I'm saying, if you do something like that, you got to remember it's a child doing it. It's not a grown man. I'm saying that's all I want us to be as the victims. I want us to realize they was not murdered. Rest in peace to all those loved ones, especially the baby and the women. But I just want you to understand that it was a child that did this horrific thing, not a grown man. So when you do your vengeance, just keep that in mind. You don't have to become a monster.
Look, I can't pretend like I don't understand what you're saying. I do. I understand what you're saying. And there is a part of me that agrees. There's a part of me that agrees. But there's another part of me that just remembers when I was 17. And I remember, that's not thumbs up. I remember when I was 17 and I was not running around even considering the idea of murdering my entire family. So I know that at 17, the brain can be, if you're having these thoughts and acting on them at 17,
yes, sir.
How dangerous are you gonna be at 25?
And let me tell you, his 11-year-old brother heard the shooting, and he ran out the side door. The 17-year-old killer chased him, and he begged for his life. He said, "Bro, please don't kill me. I'll give you $40." He told his brother, "I'll give you $40. Don't kill me." He shot, boom, hit him in the leg, hit him in the arm, and then he went for the head. Luckily, he missed the head, Livingston. And by that guy surviving, he was able to give the eyewitness testimony. You see what I mean?
This is the
So
guy
now
that
we
you
know-
want in some sort of a juvenile facility for the next few years and then let him loose.
Yeah, we have to get him some mental, what is it? Check him out. He needs therapy.
He definitely needs therapy, but I think he may also need incarceration. Because it is about, I don't know how long, I don't know until he's no longer a murderous psychopath, for starters.
He's always going to be that, sir. There's no getting rid of that.
Well, then
forever.
Then he need to be put away.
Forever?
And if he's that way forever, then yes, put him away forever. And it's not even about punishment. It's about protection. It's about protection, not
For the
protection
people.
of him, but protection of the rest of us from him. You don't let people,
Right.
I mean, just as a society, it's not reasonable to just say, hey, here was a set amount of time, but if we check you out and you're still, capable of doing such a thing, then we still gonna let you go home and murder other people. Like, no.
Yeah. That's the problem we have with trying to get the juveniles out, because we're trying to get him out, we're trying to get the sniper out, because like you said, the public is feared for their safety, because they say if you let him out, maybe he does the same thing. So I do respect your fears. I do respect your fears. I do understand that some people would want the sniper incarcerated forever, but then, I just feel that he was unjustly convicted as an adult.
All right. Well,
Because,
again, there is a part of me that I thoroughly understand the idea of if you're 17, you're a juvenile. If you're 18, you're an adult. I understand that. But I also understand that you make exceptions for most rules, there's an exception to that rule. And I understand why this might be the exception to that rule. And again, that's just based on, I just Googled it when you said it. I was not familiar with the case whatsoever, so I don't have all of the details, except that a 17-year-old killed 6 members of his family. And according to you, maybe another chased somebody down and attempted to kill them. That does not sound like somebody that we want walking the streets.
But remember, he survived that so he could testify and let everyone know who did that massacre. Without that survivor, sir, we don't know who the killer is.
I think they would have figured out who the killer was
Eyewitness
eventually.
testimony. Huh?
They would have figured out who the killer was, I believe.
So now you're going to take the survive. He lost all his family, and you're going to take his credit away from him, Livingston. You're going to take everything from him. Give him his credit. Give the little boy his credit. He has to testify against his brother.
Wait, you really don't think that the police would have figured out that the brother or the family member killed 6, and if he'd have killed him, 7 members of his family? You think everybody would have been sitting around, I wonder who could have done this? You don't think that anybody would have put 2 and 2 together and said, he did it? Come on.
They did. He already was questioned. He was free. If it was that simple, they would have never let him back out. He was questioned, and he gave. Listen, it was them cats on at Barn Hill. They got him. He blamed it on the other hood.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, you have to give the credit. That's all. He's a hero.
Okay, he's a hero.
He put that man away.
Okay.
But you tried to take it away from him. He got shot up, man.
I give him. He's a hero.
11 years old, and would you have testified against your brother if it was you?
Absolutely.
At 11 years old,
Yes.
You would have testified against your own brother.
Yes.
I commend you. But you know that takes a lot of heart, though, don't you?
No. You killed my whole family, bro. What is there to even think about? Yes. My mama, my daddy, my brothers, my sisters, his girlfriend. Yes. Me. You tried to kill me. Would you testify against the person that tried to kill you? Yes. But he your brother. He tried to kill me and he killed my family. Yes. That's not even a hard decision to make. But I'll still give him, he's a hero. If you say he's a hero, I'll accept it. I won't argue that.
No, but hey, now you see what I brought it to you for, because you said, look, that was it. I just had to break it. You just said, hell yeah, you would testify, because you know how hard it must have been. You said it wasn't a hard decision at all.
No.
It was very simple, matter of fact.
Yes. All right.
All right, thank you, brother, man. I just had to bring that to the afternoon experiment.
All right,
Talk
CJ.
like a real wrestler. Talk like a wrestler. This is the greatest.
All right. I don't know what happened there at the end. Hold on. Ron, I like it when Ron thinks he got me. He think he got me. He think I'm not being consistent. He says, but you told me we don't need police Friday. what I'm telling you, and I don't remember the exact context of that, but I'm pretty sure what I was talking about Friday was, if someone tries to kill you and you kill them, you don't need the police. And you got a right to defend yourself. Somebody break in this house and I got a gun and they're trying to kill me and I kill them. I'm going to do what I got to do. Damn police coming or not. You don't need police for something like that. That is very consistent. That is very consistent. Typically, police show up after the crime anyway. Sometimes they're there to help and all that kind of stuff, but typically, police show up after the crime. I'm not going to sit around like, oh, there's somebody in my house. I'm not going to do nothing because I'm waiting for the police. I got a gun, but I'm not going to use it because I'm not the police. I need the police to handle it. No. So, I'm not exactly sure but you got me. You got me, Ron. You got me. Jack says, if you don't shoot them in the front, you'll be in trouble. Well, I reject that. I think everything is situational. If we're in the house, I can shoot him wherever. Oh, but he was trying to run away. He was in the house. Now, maybe if he's leaving, running out the door, and then I shoot him and he fall outside, then I might be in trouble. But if he in the house, and then he turned his back to me and then pow. Oh, you shot him in the back. No, I'm not getting in no trouble for that, bro. None. So it's situational. It's situational. Ron says, I'm just saying you were talking about being consistent, and that's why you check people and ask questions, but you don't check yourself. I think I'm being very consistent. What did I say that's actually inconsistent? Because I'm 100%. I'm 100% for, somebody helping me stay consistent. So tell me what I said that makes my stance inconsistent. I'm all about help. Help me. C. Breeze said, can you get back to the topic you introduced before CK call? You were addressing people twisting your words or something like that. I was saying people get mad because they say things and then you question them on what they said. And then instead of being able to kind of back up what they said with facts and, evidence or anything like that, they try to dismiss you as somebody who just like to argue. And I'm hip to, just so y'all, I'm hip to that trick. It is a trick. But I'm 100% hip to the trick. And again, if it makes you feel good to try to dismiss me as just somebody who like to argue instead of addressing what I said, that's fine. That's fine. Go with it. It don't make what you said better or right or more reasonable. But I guess it paints me as somebody who, although everything he said, think about it, I don't come at nobody crazy. I don't come at anybody crazy. I try to, I like having conversations and dialogue with people. So it's not like I'm coming in hot, like you's a motherfucking fool and you ain't shit. No, I don't do all of that because it's not, it don't help. But if you say something and then I challenge it respectfully, and then somebody wants to challenge me, what I said, cool. But he just like to argue. He don't even really care about it. He just like the thought of arguing. Like, come on. No. Get down on what I said. Get down on what I said. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm peeping all of these games by people who trying to either trick people or manipulate people. And if your point is, I don't worry about who gets elected to office because it ain't gonna make me rich. The idea behind that is the only reason to be concerned about who gets into office is financial. That's not true. There's a whole lot of reasons to be concerned about who gets into office. So twist it however you want and, say I just like to argue. Because I'm, you know what I'm saying? It's an attempt to, all right, this person made a good point that I can't necessarily dispute. So since I can't dispute the point, I would dispute the reason for making the point. And then somehow that dismisses the person. And if you can dismiss the person, then you can ignore the point. I'm hip to that trick. I'm hip to that trick. And the people who are being targeted, I'm not the target. I'm not the target of, just don't vote. Just don't vote. Because the people who saying that, they know me, I'm going to vote. And when I say me, by extension, I'm talking everybody who's already made up their mind that they're going to vote. They understand they're not going to convince you not to vote. They understand they're not going to convince you not to vote. LaDonna says, I'm confused. All right, let me lay it out real simple. There are people who are trying to do multiple things. They're trying multiple things to convince people to not vote for the Democratic ticket. It was Joe Biden at one point, and age was a big deal to these people. Age is no longer a big deal to those people. When Joe Biden dropped out, then it ceased to be about all of that other stuff that they were saying. Now, they telling people they not even gonna vote. Which, by extension, what they're telling other people is, hey, don't vote. If you on the fence, just don't even vote. And they know that there are some people who will fall for that. Again, some of those people, they're on the fence. They're not very, very informed. They don't know what they gonna do. So they're confused. And they know that there's a target that they're trying to influence. There's a target that they're trying to influence. Why don't you say articulate? I'm not sure why. There's a target that they're trying to influence. And one day they'll argue that the presidency is this super important thing because of their values and their morals, and you got to vote. What about abortion? And they don't share your values and your morals. And the next day they arguing, don't vote because they ain't gonna make you rich anyway. Ron says, are you talking about me? If you are, that's especially, he used a bad word. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna vote for no reason, but for me, that's sick. I am partially talking about you. You fit in that category, but I'm not specifically talking about you. You do fit in the category, but I'm talking about all of the people who are trying to run that same manipulation game that you're trying to run. So again, I'm not specifically talking about you. I'm generally talking about you and people who are doing the things that you are doing. But if you feel like this is not what you're doing, like they say, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. Does anybody actually say that? I don't know. I ain't said nothing about nobody else. I said I ain't gonna vote because of J.D. Vance. I don't believe that. I know. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the trick that people believe that certain people actually are going to fall for. I just said me. I just said me. But you've been screaming for months and months and months, vote Republican, vote Republican, vote Republican, vote for Trump, vote for Trump, vote for Trump, vote Republican. The Democrats are bad. The Democrats are evil. Vote for Trump, vote for Trump. Oh, you done convinced all the people maybe that you gonna convince. And when you see the tide maybe turning a little bit, then it becomes, oh, I'm not voting. So by extension, I'm not voting. Maybe you shouldn't vote either. The tide is turning. And so I'm not gonna vote. Maybe you shouldn't vote. I'm gonna just tell you there is no part of me that believes you're not gonna vote. No part. Not even the mustard seed part. No part of me believes that you're not gonna vote. But you can say I'm not gonna vote in hopes of convincing some people who might be swinging towards the Democrats, Kamala Harris. I say I'm not gonna vote, which by extension means maybe you should consider not voting too. You see how I was such a staunch Republican supporter, but now I'm not gonna vote? So maybe the best idea for us is just to not vote. Come on, bro. We see them tricks every day on commercials. Every day on commercials. And if you tell people that they shouldn't care about who's going to be the president because it's not going to make them rich or poor, you're saying this is the only reason to be concerned about who gets elected president. And it ain't going to matter, so kind of, why are you even voting? It plays into the same concept. But I'm the bad guy. I just want to argue. I don't even care about what it is that I'm talking about. Just dismiss him as a person, and then we can dismiss the valid point that he made. No, we shouldn't just be considering who to vote for president because they will or won't make us rich. If we all agree, no matter who the president is, you still got to get up, go to work, hustle, and try to make it. When Trump was the president, you had to do it. When Biden was the president, you had to do it. When Obama was the president, you had to do it. Whoever the president is, yes, you got to get up and go to work. And, make your own hustle and make it work. We all agree with that. So that means none of us should vote for president? Of course we should. Of course we should care. And people telling you this, they care. They care. But I recognize the tricks that get played. I'm cool with it. It is what it is, but I just like to let people know I see what's happening. I see you. Ron says, I care, but I'm not gonna vote for president, point blank, period. Again, I don't believe you, point blank, period. Look, ain't nobody as passionate about Trump as you were, who just decided to change your mind because of nothing. As passionate, come on, bro, we heard you. We heard y'all. As passionate as you were for Trump And then just one day, you know what? I'm not voting. Stop. We ain't buying it. Key.
Hey, what's going on, Emanuel? How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You got quiet for a second.
What's on your mind?
Oh, no, just calling to say, hey, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Oh, okay. I see you like your, you said you like your, to be cold-blooded?
No, I said when you donate plasma and they put it back in, it's a funny sensation. And, you know, I didn't mind that sensation. It was interesting to me.
Right. You said cold-blooded.
It does go back in. The blood does go back in cold.
Okay. You so silly, man. You said they donated your blood to science, huh?
Yeah, that's what she said. It's not enough for, to count as a donation, so that we just donate that to science. What does that mean?
That means the rat's eating it.
I don't know.
You know they be testing stuff out on them rats. That means the rats tasting it to see if letting them know if it's good or not. That's what that means. And my cold-blooded reference running right over your head. I was trying to talk about Rick James.
It didn't go over my head. I got it.
Okay, why you ain't started laughing then?
It wasn't funny, but I got it.
I wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny, but I got it.
I tried to sing it in his voice. Yeah, but yeah, that happened to me one time, man. Like you were saying, like when they take your blood or whatever, it happened to me one time, and I was like, "What in the heck is going on?" I had to get a procedure done last year, and she took it out of my the top of my hand.
Okay.
So she was digging all through my veins and the top of my. I say, "What is she doing?" And then she's like, "You doing all right?" I say, "No, it's hurting." And then she went and got a syringe and got the blood out like that. I say, "What in the world?" Then I asked the doctor, because they was taking the blood to test my potassium. Then I asked the doctor, I say, how was the number? They say we didn't test it. I said, y'all didn't test it? I said, that stuff was hurting. I said, she was digging all down in my vein. Then she decided, like, let me get a syringe and get the blood out that way. I'm like, what in the world? Hey, Tria. Hey, Preston. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Did they ever?
Hey, man,
Did they ever tell you about your potassium? You eat more bananas now?
They said they didn't test it. That's why I was like, what? That's why I was salty, because like you said, she did all that, like you were saying, like how they talking about yours was going donated to science. They didn't even test my potassium with the blood they took, and she was digging all in there, and like I said, at the top of my, when they put the IV at the top of your hand.
When they do it in your hand,
like,
yeah,
what
right.
in the world? Yeah, she was digging all up under the skin, through the. And like you say, some of them don't be knowing what they be doing.
Yeah,
because I ain't never had that issue either, but I ain't never got it taken at the top of my hand like that. I'm like, what in the world? Hey, Jeannie. But yeah, man, you know how you be talking about, so you be you know how you be correcting people on their grammar. Okay, remember when you kept saying hyenas?
Yes.
You remember I told you that ain't how you try to talk about the hyena.
I think you're wrong.
On the Lion King.
I think you're wrong.
Huh?
I think you're wrong.
No, it's heinous.
I think you're wrong.
Heinous crime. Heinous.
I think you're wrong.
No, Emanuel. Okay, so how you pronounce knife?
How you pronounce what?
Knife. Kniffy?
No, you pronounce knife.
Hey, Brenda. Okay, so it's heinous. Hey,
hyenas.
That's on the Lion King. I think Whoopi Goldberg was one of the voices.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Hyena. That's what you sound like you trying to say. You combining words.
I think maybe you should look it up.
No, you look it up and do that voice thing. Say, how do you pronounce, and do the voice thing. So you looking everything up. But I ain't want nothing, man, just to mess with you real quick. Say hey to everybody in the chat. Just say hey. Just kind of checking on you, kind of lighten it up.
Hey, I appreciate
I mellow it out, and then when I hang up, it go right back up, depending on the caller. So.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, alrighty, man. You enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated, everybody.
Key, you do the same.
Alrighty, bye.
All right. That was Key. But yeah, we are not. Some of us. Now there are some people who will. And again, I get it. You got a target. You got a target audience, that you want to fall for that. Oh, wait a minute. Ron said something, and I remember seeing it, and I was like, oh, I want to respond to it. Oh, no. Ron says, I wasn't passionate about Trump. That's where you're mistaken. I was passionate about his policies. We heard, and that's the lie that you keep telling people. Bro, we all heard you. And if you was passionate about his policies, they're the same policies. Why would you not vote? Because you are going to vote. Caller.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pleasant, per usual. My name's Michael Snackson. Just wanted to rap to you for a minute, if that's okay.
All right, you need a beat?
No, I go off the color.
Okay.
I can go off the color.
All right.
But despite being conservative, I'm clearly voting for what's her name, Harris.
Okay.
I'm clearly voting for her, just because. The worst of the lesser of two evils. She's clearly the lesser of the two evils. Even though I did saw a meme yesterday that had me weak, had a picture of her and her husband. In the background of the meme was porn star, or what was it, Pornhub.
The background was what?
Porn star, or Pornhub.
That sounds hilarious.
Is, don't you?
Yeah, I don't understand what's funny about that.
Because it had a picture of her and her husband, and the meme was, by interracial couple fucks the nation.
Oh, I can barely hold it together. That's so funny.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I thought it's just me. I didn't think you would think it was funny. I thought it was hysterical. But and I just want to apologize to you. Gentleman called the Wyatt Show the other day and came in and shitted on your show. I was like, what? That must be your show was raggedy. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you gonna say that about my brother? Like, damn. Like, Emanuel playing the best on all of them. And you gonna sit there and say the joint raggedy?
He did say it was raggedy. He did.
I thought that was downloading a motherfucker. Like, I don't know if I want to, you know what I'm saying? I got to reassess my friendship with dude today. That was way out of bounds. That was way out of bounds. Like, nah, man, you ain't need to go to Emanuel like that just because, just because his general policies and thinking goes against everything you say. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to just sit up there and say something like that. I just thought that was way disrespectful.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I thought it was a little funny. I thought it was kind of funny.
I mean, it might have been a little funny, but I just thought it was just like way out of bounds. Like, damn, bro. And before I go, just real quick, shout out to Noah Lyles. Guy won the 100 today for the Americans. Not a big fan of him. I think he talks too much shit, but he backed it up today, so I got to support him.
All right.
I respect it. So good, good for him. So yeah, there's that. So let me hop over here, Emmanuel. I'm stranded in the airport in Minnesota. Where, my flight got connected. I got delayed twice now, so I'm just sitting here killing time and figured I'd rock with y'all as I was listening to the conversation. So it's always a pleasure, Emmanuel. Be well. I'll holler at you tomorrow.
All right. All right. That was Twin. Hope he get his flight together. And yeah, that's that. Ron says that he decided not to vote for him when he chose J.D. Vance. I'm not sure how true that is. I think he was on here touting Trump even after that selection. But either way, if you said you were voting for his policies still haven't changed since he selected J.D. Vance. What policy changed since he selected J.D. Vance? Oh, did I say twin? I'm sorry. I meant Fame. I apologize. Hey, mistakes happen. And see how I'm not denying that I said twin? I just corrected it. And I'm not saying that the person who said that I said twin, they just want to prove me wrong and they just want to argue. See how I'm not doing that? Just correcting myself. That's it. That's it. I don't have to try to dismiss you as a person. Because I may have said something out of bounds. Or even not necessarily out of bounds, just that you didn't agree with. Is policy changed? Actually, they even gotten better, but it's a spiritual thing. So was you voting for the policies or for the spirit? Because if the policies got better, this is my whole point. The idea is not, the policies is what matter and this is what matter. The idea is I'm not going to vote. Maybe you should consider not voting. I don't think we're falling for that. But I don't think that we're the audience that they're trying to convince to not vote. I don't think that we're the audience that they're trying to convince to not vote. Caller. Caller?
Hello?
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 Yeah, I'm trying to get in.
You're in. What's on your mind?
Hello?
Yes.
This is Emanuel Livingston.
This is.
How you doing? I'm one of your old co-workers from Copass.
Okay.
Tri-County.
Yeah.
And I'm just calling in to say I'm very happy for you all the success you had. Working at Copass, and now you went with Lincoln Ware, and now you got your own show.
All right. Well, who are you? Help me remember you.
I'm Bill Johnson. I used to work on the line with you.
Okay. What?
Yeah, we worked on the line together. I worked on all the lines up there.
Okay.
The bologna line, the packing line, out in the factory, hanging, smokehouse, everything.
Yes. Okay.
I remember you. Who are?
Now, I had to say, Bill, I'm not placing you right now, but I mean, clearly you know me because, of course, I worked at Copass and how are you doing?
I'm retired now. I worked quite a few years after I left Copass, and now I'm retired. I'm living in that Butler County area.
Okay.
And I'm doing pretty good.
Good. All right. Well, you can't beat that. I'm glad you're doing good. I appreciate you.
I'm gonna tell you where I worked at.
Okay.
When you first come in to the packing department, I worked in the first row with a little chick. She lived in Mount Airy. I can't think of her name right now. And I packed off the first line. You packed back into Julian. You and what's his name? I think it's Sean.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know.
Yeah, but you used to sing a lot. That's what I remembered you from. You used to sing. What song you used to sing? I'm going down or something.
What? I don't know. I don't know that I ever sang I'm going down, but I did used to sing a lot. Yes.
Yeah, 'cause we worked back there in 1995. I worked there 95, 96.
Yes. Yes. I can't place your face, but I wholeheartedly you definitely worked there. We definitely worked together. I can't place your face, and I'm horrible with names. But I do appreciate you supporting and checking me out and calling to say, congratulations and all that good stuff.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I just been following you over the years since you when you got with Lincoln Ware and them, and I noticed that you're doing real good in the broadcasting.
All right. You still keep in touch with it, like Tom? Every once in a while, I'll see Tom somewhere.
No, I don't really keep in touch with nobody. The last person, but he died on a motorcycle accident coming from Dayton. I used to be friends with him.
Oh.
But I really don't keep up with nobody no more. I used to see Benny.
Okay.
You know Benny?
Uh-huh. I remember Benny. Yeah.
He ran the baloney line.
Uh-huh. Drive the Jaguar. Yeah.
Yeah, he lived in Forest Park. I think he still lives in the same house in Forest Park.
Okay.
But yeah, I see Benny a lot when I'm out in the Forest Park area. I used to, or at the grocery store. We still kick it. We still laugh about them old days over at Copath, that cold place. But I'm not going to hold you. I just want to call and let you know I've been keeping, watching you on, and while you work with Lincoln, and I'll be catching you on your podcast. I'll be watching.
Hey, I appreciate
that. You have a nice day.
You do the same.
Have a nice evening, and I will call you back.
All right, you do the same, Bill.
And thank you. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. I can't place Bill, his face or anything, but clearly he worked there. And while I don't remember, I remember Benny, because Benny drove a Jaguar. He was an older guy. And for a time on, Friday nights, if Scott is here, Scott might know this, we used to go over Benny's house to just kind of hang out, and they used to drink and all that kind of stuff. I don't drink, but, I still hang around people who drink, and they used to drink and all that kind of stuff, and we just would go over Benny's house and just kick back and chill out and have a good time. So, hey, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. I don't think I've ever sang I'm Going Down. I don't think I've ever sang that song ever in my life. But I did used to sing out there on the floor. You would have to, as big as everything was in terms of space, I really never perceived that people were listening to me sing because it was really loud in there. So I never really perceived that people was hearing me sing. But I appreciate you, Bill, for checking me out. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm, good to hear that everything is going good with you. Good to hear that everything is going good with you. No, I did not, Daryl. I did not. I've never sang I'm Going Down ever in my life. Never in my life. I am not lying. Oh, let me see. What else? What else is going on? Nothing really. I mean, there was something else that I wanted to talk about, but it wasn't nothing serious. It was, something a little more, did you sing a Mary J. Blige version of Shaka Khan? No. Oh, you used to let him in while singing I'm Going Down. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. I saw some ladies on Sunday. I was driving up Reading Road, and I saw some ladies walking, and they were, why do we, and I'm trying to think, because I'm beginning to do it myself, and so I had to catch myself sometimes, because I had an old man walk, the old person walk, where you kind of lean forward a little bit, and as your hands swing, they never swing forward, past how far, so all your swing is backwards. And I was thinking, why do we do that as we get older? Tanika says, this side of you I didn't know. I did not sing No, I'm Going Down. I don't know where that came from. Tree says, do you take requests at your shows, Emanuel? Sometimes. Yeah, wow. Yes, David, old man walk. Yeah, the old man and, old ladies, they do. I don't know if I can do it. If y'all would even be able to see it. But it's like where you walking and you lean forward a little bit and all your swing is like this. Like your arms never go forward. It's all this. Normal people walk and the arms swing. But older people just lean forward a little bit and all they swing is backwards. And if you never noticed it, pay attention to it. It's an old person walk. Sometimes I catch myself leaning forward a little bit when I walk. Like, why am I leaning forward? So I have to, do it and mentally say, stand up. But, yeah, it was just something I noticed. I was like, because I couldn't tell. They were dressed like younger people. And, from what I could see, you couldn't really tell. But then once they started walking and they was leaning forward, I was like, yeah, they older people. And as I passed them and looked back, it's like, yep, they were two older ladies. They was fly. They just had the old person walk. That was just something I noticed yesterday. Again, I don't have anything serious or anything like that. Diane says, I'm doing that sidestepping when I go down steps. Janice says, all old people don't walk like that. Agreed. I never said they did. But a lot of old people do. And as an old person, you know what I'm saying, I find myself starting to lean a little bit. And I'll be like, no, stand up. Stand up straight. Tria says, like they got gout. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I find myself doing it sometimes too. So I'm not taking a shot at people. I'm just saying. Jen says, how about out of shape people? No, because I be seeing really out of shape young people. They don't do it. I see some really out of shape young people. They don't do that. It's for the most part an older person thing. For the most part, it's an older person thing. And Janice, I was telling them about how you was attacking me for asking questions earlier. And I still don't understand. What I do, what it is that I do that get people so riled up. I want to understand, because there is a part of me that want to fix it. But then there's another part of me that kind of enjoy it. It gives me fuel to respond. And when people don't like you asking questions, having alternate thoughts and other opinions and, being willing to look at other situations, I think there's something people hiding, and they don't want you asking questions to get to the answer. Janice says, when? On Facebook. When I asked about why do people take pictures and you were kind of attacking me about asking the question. And you liked that demon stalker lady's response. Remember, you liked the Demon Stalker lady's response? That's an attack to me. Ron says, it takes one to know one. I know exactly what it is, and you ain't going to stop. Then tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Y'all know me. So let me ask you this. When I come in and I talk to people and I ask questions and I express differences of opinion and all of that kind of stuff, am I rude when I do that? Like, am I disrespectful when I do it? I'm genuinely asking. I'm genuinely asking. Now, just to be clear, there's a difference between kissing somebody's butt and being rude, right? So I'll grant you, I'm not kissing people's butt. And people used to people kissing their butt. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. So I'm not asking, do I kiss people's butt? I know I don't. I'm asking, am I rude? Am I disrespectful? Ron said, you already said it and you already know. I just like you. Like I said, you ain't going to stop it. You doing it right now. What? What am I doing? What am I doing? Y'all, the show is pretty much over. It's 5 minutes after. I'm getting ready to go. I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all for, tolerating me, listening to me, all of that good stuff. Understand, no matter who you are, whether I like you, whether I don't like you, whether I support you or whether I don't, and I'm going to support you, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? If you my brother, if you my sister, I'm going to support you. You can attack me all you want. You can dismiss me all you want. You can, disassociate yourself with me all you want. I'm still going to support you, unless I'm given a reason not to. So I appreciate everybody. And pretty much the show is over. So now back to the question that I was asking. Because I see Nat says sarcastic, which is funny to me most of the time. But what? What'd I say? That was sarcastic. I think people be thinking I'm sarcastic. People think I'm being sarcastic some of the time. Hold on. Tuesday. I'll be here tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow. Well, that's the plan. I mean, unless something comes up. I'll be here tomorrow. Friday, I won't be here. No show Friday. My Tuesday thing moved to Friday this week. So I'll be here tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow. Nathan Ivey called, said he wanted his show back. He could start it. I never saw his show. Y'all forget he had me blocked. So I didn't see a single episode or anything of his show. Not a one. Not a one. So I couldn't tell you anything. I think that's why. Remember when Drop Squad called this show for the first time? Remember he called this show for the first time? And he was like, you know me. And I genuinely didn't. I think he thought that I knew him because, he assumed that I listened to Dion's show. But I never listened to Dion's show because he had me blocked. So I didn't know who he was. Shahara says, it's likely your tone. You say things a certain way and don't even realize it. Tone of voice is so important and most people don't realize it. So what tone am I using? What tone am I using? People are saying Dion. Yeah, Dion Griffin. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all know him by Nathan Ivey. Real name, Dion Griffin. And I never saw not a single one of Dion's shows. Because he done had me blocked for years. But tone, what tone? What tone? A sarcastic one. Help me understand what sarcastic tone, right? So let's say you call in and you say some nonsense. And I say, okay, help me understand what you're saying. That's not me being sarcastic. That's my sincere tone. I'm being sincere. I have a genuine question that I'm asking you. I have a genuine question that I'm asking you. It's not me being sarcastic. It's not me being sarcastic. I think y'all mix up my genuine tone with a sarcastic tone. Giving out government names might be one reason why you have beef with everybody. Who wouldn't want people to know their name? Like, you know, Stevie Wonder's real name ain't Stevie Wonder. What is it, Stevlin Morris? Oh, now Stevie Wonder gonna come. We gonna be beefing. No! Everybody know that. Everybody know that. Emanuel, you're a come get this smoke kind of guy. I'm here for. No, I'm really not. I'm just a curious guy. I like to understand. Now one thing that I really do, I do get irritated when I hear people diss and dismiss people who have not attained whatever it is a different person perceived that they have attained. That bothers me. People who think they're better than other people bothers me. And it only bothers me because as a human, I think we all have equal value. Like, your life is no more valuable than my life is no more valuable than her life is no, you know what I'm saying? Something happened to me today, it's tragic. Just like if something happened to, name your favorite wealthy celebrity. It's equally tragic. Now, more people will know about it and feel the impact of it, your wealthy celebrity. But it doesn't make them any more valuable. And so when I hear people pretending like some people are more valuable than other people, that bothers me. And that it really does kind of get under my skin. I still don't let it, get me disrespectful or whatever. At least I try not to. But I recognize it when I hear it. I recognize it when I hear it. And I don't like it. Hold on. Shahara's trying to help me, and I appreciate it. She says, so you could genuinely be asking a question sincerely, but because that's how you come across, people take it as sarcasm. Like a comedian trying to be serious. People may assume they're joking. And that I can agree, but what can I do about that? Fake sincerity? I don't do that. I'm just sincere. So I, to some degree, I can't control your perception of me. I can't control your perception of me. Janice says, you're a fly in the buttermilk kind of guy. I might agree with that, but I don't know. Now notice what I'm saying here, because this is very important. This might end up being the point that I'm making. I don't know that it's the way that maybe you perceive it, right? I'm a fly in the buttermilk kind of guy in this sense. I see a thing. I mean, for real, this is me. Even if I agree with it, let's challenge it. Let's challenge it. Because, that's how you come up with solutions to the problems that you didn't even know existed. Or that's how you solidify, at least for me, that's how you solidify your position on a thing. I believe this, but what if I'm wrong? What about this applied to that? And I don't see anything wrong with that. And I do that to myself. Emanuel, you don't believe in the death penalty. And, people always, well, what if it was somebody in your family? Ask me that question. Well, what if it was somebody in my family? Then would I? And it helps me clarify my position. Sure, I would want to see that person punished and, up to and including being killed. But at the same time, I don't trust that the government has that self-interest in mind. So it's not about what I would want to see. It's more about, do I trust the government to be in control of taking life? So I'm still against it, even though I can acknowledge that I might want to see it in certain situations. But just because I want to see something doesn't mean that that thing that I want to see is right or righteous. And I do all of that to me. So I don't see a problem, or at least I don't perceive that it should be a problem when I do it to other people. And if you're just honest, if people are just honest with themselves about what they think and what they feel, and sure, sometimes you're going to realize that there's a certain level of hypocrisy in whatever it is that you believe. But then work that out. Like, don't be mad at the person for pointing out that there's some hypocrisy in what you believe. Work it out so that it's not necessarily hypocrisy. It's reasonable, it's logical, it's consistent. Like I said, I can accept that you would want to see somebody put to death. So you're a hypocrite. No, I'm just realistic. But again, just because I would want to see it doesn't mean that I believe it's right. See, and that's you trying to trap somebody. No, I'm just trying to get you to fully flesh out your thoughts and opinions on whatever the topic at hand is. I do it to me. I didn't like the way that sounded when it came out. I do that stuff to me. And it helps me clarify my position. Jack says, you talk like you think you better than everybody. When and how? When and how? I'm very open with saying I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. You might work harder. You might work longer. You might achieve more. You might achieve less, not work as hard. You might be more consistent. I might be more consistent, whatever. But as humans, neither of us are more valuable in terms of humanness than another one. So if your perception of what I say is that I think I'm better than anybody, that's your perception. And that whatever has caused that jaded perception, that's something you have to deal with. Jack says, you don't sound believable. I can't help that. I could fake it and say stuff to try to sound believable, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fake it. Jack says, civics class. I'm not sure what you're saying there. Are you saying that because some people need a civics class? That's not me being better than anybody. That's not me being better than anybody. That's just me acknowledging that some people understand certain things and that they don't understand others. And when I was even talking about that, I remember I gave the example of my wife and how there's certain things that she understands that I don't. And I could use some classes in those things that she understands. So acknowledging that there are some people who have, some areas where they could improve, don't mean that as a person I'm better than them. I know this. You don't. That don't make me better than you. It makes me maybe more skilled and knowledgeable in this area. And that's not a, you know what I'm saying? That's no diss to be more skilled and knowledgeable and to acknowledge that. Maybe if I wasn't willing to acknowledge that there's some areas that I could use a lot of help in, then you could be like, oh, you think you better than everybody. Like, no, I think I know more about this area than he or she does. But they can learn. Jack says that's everyone interaction you can learn. I don't like that word. I'm not going to say that word. Pat says, stop telling folks secrets, beef or not. That's not nice, Emanuel. What secret did I tell? What secret? Trust me, I know a lot of secrets that I don't tell. I know a lot of secrets that I don't tell. And a lot of the people who I know the secrets about know that I know the secrets. They still beef with me, even though I know they secrets. But I think they understand that I'm not going to share those secrets because, you know, we have an understanding. If you told me something in confidence, it's in confidence. Dion, how is your name a secret? It's your actual name. It's on your birth certificate. It's on your driver's license. It's everywhere. How is that a secret? That's not a secret. Somebody's name is not a secret. Maybe if somebody told me their name, like, here is my real name, don't tell nobody, then I'd be like, all right. But if you didn't tell me your real name, I just know your real name, how is that a secret? I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all. I'm not ashamed of my name. I'm not ashamed of my name. I'm not ashamed of my family. I'm not ashamed of my mom. I'm not ashamed of my daddy. I'm not ashamed of my heritage. I'm not ashamed of any of that. Maybe I'm foolish enough to believe other people ain't ashamed of theirs. But I mean, if somebody tell me, look, I'm ashamed of who I am and where I came from, all right, maybe I won't tell. Maybe I won't tell. I guess it's a sore spot with you and Nate. You know he is my nephew. I pray y'all can make up. No, I had no idea that was your nephew. And again, I'm not... I don't understand how many times I have to say this. I'm not beefing with him. He's beefing with me. But it's his name. How is that a secret? It's his name. How do you be... Oh, he said my actual name. It's your name. Guess what? And everybody, my name is Emanuel Lewis Livingston. I'm not ashamed of the Emanuel, the Lewis, or the Livingston. Neither. Nat says he may not be ashamed, may just be a business move. Oh, I didn't say he was ashamed. I said I'm not ashamed. That's it. Do you have a list of all your unilateral beefs? I can only think of a few. Jerry Tolliver. She's beefing with me. I'm not beefing with her. No problem with Jerry Tolliver. I don't know what to call him now. The guy whose real name I'm not allowed to say. He's beefing with me. I'm not beefing with him. Lincoln's beefing with me. I'm not beefing with him. Lincoln's daughter is beefing with me. I'm not beefing with her. That's all I can really think of. That's all I can think of at the moment. Is it any more that y'all can think of? Is it any more that y'all can think of? Oh, Mr. Minshew, that's not unilateral. But maybe it is from me to him. He probably don't even care about me. He probably don't even don't remember me. So yeah, my beef with him is unilateral. But in my mind, he's dead, so. He's dead. In the beef with Jerry, we know you missed those sweet potato pies. I can't end a beef that I'm not holding. She would have to end it. Blade says Zoe. That's right, Zoe. For whatever strange reason, Zoe is beefing with me. And for the life of me, I don't understand that beef. I do not understand that beef. We was laughing, we was chatting, and, he started shooting shots. And I take, stuff. If me and you cool and you start throwing shots at me, I figure one of a few things. Either you got jokes, and if you shooting shots at me, I'm gonna shoot some shots back at you, and this is all in fun. Or, you trying to start not a real, I don't know how to say it, because if I call it a beef, then it falls into this category. But it's not a real beef. Like, I don't know how to say it, but you come for me, I come for you, you come for me, I come for you. We cool, but I'm gonna say kind of like me and Ron. How Ron comes on, and Ron, you know what I'm saying, he go hard at me, and some would say I go hard at him or whatever, but it ain't no real beef. It ain't no real beef. You know what I'm saying? And if I see Ron in the street, I'm going to dap Ron up. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And that's going to be that. But then when he called the radio station, this is not a radio station. When he called the show, he going to be calling me an N and an MF and all of that kind of stuff. So you know what I'm saying? So if I think we cool and you start coming for me, I'm going to just come for you just because I think this is what we doing. So then, out of nowhere, you start talking about my wife, who you never met. You don't even know her. Like, why are you bringing up my wife? Is this what we doing? Like, this ain't fun. But I can bring up your girlfriend, because you don't have a wife. So I can bring up your girlfriend that got stolen from you by an old man. And now you mad. Now I'm blocked. Now we enemies. But you started it. I thought we was cool. For the life of me, I don't know why Zoe is beefing with me. For the life of me, I don't know why. I didn't do anything to him. I didn't say anything negative to him. I didn't, attack him. I didn't even joke none of that. I didn't do any of that. And then just, we was going back and forth, and he was calling me short. And okay, I'm short. That don't offend me. You gonna call me short, I'm gonna call you something. It's all good. I figure, we just going back and forth, and then your wife is, and I'm like, whoa. Okay, what about your girlfriend getting snatched from you, from that 70-year-old man? That's right, you let a 70-year-old man snatch your girl from you. Now you mad. But it didn't have to go there. I don't know why we beefing. So, yes, Zoe, also a unilateral beef. That one I don't understand. For the life of me, I don't understand what happened. Realistically, I think is he don't like my brother. And a lot of people have done this. A lot of people have beef with my brother, Nate. And somehow, genetically, I guess, that beef transfers to me. So I be seeing him beefing with Nate. And I don't always jump in, because I know Nate. You know what I'm saying? Nate can handle Nate. I don't jump in that stuff. I let Nate handle Nate. And then next thing you know, oh, your brother, da, 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 da. And I'm like, how did I get into this? How did I get introduced into their beef? And now you on my page, and you ain't shit. You ain't that. I'm like, I'm not even. What did I do? What did I do? It has happened on so many occasions. I don't normally throw out names. Yes, I do. Because I believe in calling names. I believe in being honest and calling names so people know stuff. But I remember Iris Rowley, who I consider to be my friend now. Iris Rowley, this was years ago. She was beefing with Nate. And she called the radio station one day, and Iris cussed me clean out. And I had no idea why I was getting cussed out. No idea. And when she finished cussing me out, I said, what did I do? Or something to that effect. What did I do? And I don't remember if she hung up and called back or if she just stopped at that moment. But I remember there being something between the two. And then I remember her apologizing to me. And she said, you know what? You didn't do anything. I'm mad at your brother. And I'm taking it out on you. And I'm wrong for that. And for that, I apologize. Will you forgive me? And I was like, that's maturity right there. That is maturity. And I said, absolutely. Because I got nothing against you. I got nothing against you. And she said, I got nothing against you. I'm mad at your brother. And I'm taking it out on you. And we've been cool ever since then. It was kind of frosty up until then, and I didn't really know why. But, you know, after that, we've been cool ever since then. So I know some stuff, you know, I think that's what happened with Alfonso Wesson, because I see LaDonna said, who is Zoe? That's what, you know, I think that's what happened with Alfonso Wesson. And it crossed over, and he couldn't, because he couldn't really get with Nate, so he thought he could get with me, and it was unnecessary. But I think that's it. I think that's the whole list. And it's almost all radio related. It's almost all radio related. But like I said, I'm not beefing. I don't think I'm beefing with anybody. So, that is what it is. And there are people who, you know what I'm saying, I think they beefing with me, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I think they might be, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know I'm not beefing with them. But I'm still kind of, you know, I'm kind of sitting back, like I'm not beefing with them. But let me see. I think I feel some beef coming my way. I think that's what I'm seeing, hearing, feeling. But I'm kind of waiting. And this just the kind of person I am. Once it gets, if it becomes kind of clarified, like, no, it's some beef there. Clearly, it's some beef there. Then what I'll do, I'll use this thing, and I'll call them, and I'll say, hey, are we beefing? And then hopefully they're honest enough to say, I had a problem with this and this and that. And then I'll say, well, why didn't you call me? And hopefully then we'll talk about it, and then we won't be beefing no more. Because that's the way I tend to handle, yeah, like y'all know, when people text stuff in here, and they got a problem with me, what do I always say? Hold on, because I like this stuff. What did I do to you? What did I say? How did it, you know what I'm saying? That's how I deal with stuff. Like, don't try to sneak something in. Like, no, come on, talk to me. Tell me what I said. Tell me what I did. Tell me how I hurt you. Tell me how I hurt you. Tell me the misunderstanding. Because it's probably a misunderstanding. Tell me. Tell me what's going on. I do it on here. This is the same way that I kind of communicate with people in real life. If I think you got a beef with me, I'm going to be like, hey, Hey. Let's wrap a taste. Are we beefing? Why? What did I do? What do you think I said? What did you hear? Why do you think that? Hold on, let me tell you what I actually said, and let me tell you what I actually meant. If I had a problem with you, I would come to you and say, I have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you. I've done that. Because I don't want to be walking around the world beefing with people. If you say something about me that I don't like, I'm going to ask you, why would you say that? Or, whatever. That's just how I am. That's who I am. That's how I operate. No, my head is not on a swivel. I don't worry about people. I don't worry about people. Again, because I don't do nothing to people. I don't do anything to anyone. I don't believe in it. There's not, and it ain't gonna sound right, but I'm gonna try to explain it. There's not a black man on this planet that I don't want to see succeed in whatever, however they define success for themselves. I'm rooting for it. Now, don't get me wrong, white man too, but I feel a kinship with black people. So if you a black man, I want to see you succeed. And me trying to do something to you to make you not succeed, or, to diminish you, to dismiss you, to make you seem less than or anything like that is never going to be my goal. It's never going to be my goal, because I want you to succeed. And that's, like I said, it's with everybody, but it's a lot more, because I'm a black man. So yeah, I live my life walking around to some degree. I ain't just running around trying to, hey, how you doing, brother? Let me help you. Hey, brother, let me help you. Hey, brother, let me help you. But I'm not going to do anything to harm you, at least not to my knowledge. If I'm doing something that's harmful to you, it's unintentional. And if you tell me, bro, what you doing is harming me, then I'm going to be really careful. Like, okay, whatever I'm doing is harming him. Is it something that I have to do to succeed? Is it helping a whole lot of other people? How is it harming him? And what can I do to mitigate that? Or can I stop doing it and, still be successful? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to harm anybody. Do you want Ron D to be successful? I want him to be a successful person. I don't want him to be successful at convincing people to not vote because they won't vote for Trump. But I want him to be a successful person. That's just who I am. It's just who I am. Speaking of the tide that I feel, the love that I feel for my fellow black man, black woman. Today being the 1-year anniversary of the Montgomery Riverboat Brawl, I didn't bring a hat, and I'm sitting on my folding chair. But happy anniversary, everybody. Happy anniversary. 1 year. 1 year ago today. The Montgomery Riverboat Brawl. Valerie says, Emanuel starts more S than a little bit. How? People say stuff like that, but for real, I'm asking how. It's a legitimate question. It's not rhetorical. I'm asking genuinely how. Vernon says, you're harming us by not going back to Radio 1 and begging for your job back. I'm not harming me. Y'all really just want me to be poor? Sitting around poor? again, I make now more than double what I was making there. I work actually less hours. And I get to freelance, so I'm doing stuff that I enjoy. Everything that I do work-wise, I enjoy. Y'all just want me to just be sitting around, putting up with crap, poor, for y'all happiness. Come on. That ain't right, Vernon. Stephon say, chair swinging. Are you gonna swim across the Ohio River to Newport in the young guy's honor to swim across the Elder Fight? Absolutely not. But I appreciate that, brother. And it's one of them things where you got to be there. I was actually there, but not there. I was in Montgomery when it happened, because it was a year ago today that we buried my aunt. So I was in Alabama. And actually, it's my brother's birthday. Nate, happy birthday. He is 58 now. No, he's not 58. But happy birthday, Nate, because today is his birthday as well. Valerie says, you know how to twist people's words and stories like no other. Stop it. How? You know what? I hear people say that all the time, but I never twist anything. I ask questions. And then what you say, you clarify what you say, and then common sense kicks in. But all I do, really, y'all think about this, pay attention next time you think I'm twisting somebody's words. All I'm doing is asking them a question. Hold on. You said this, this, and this, right? Yes. So does this mean this? No, are you twisting my words? No, I'm asking you. Is that what that means? No, you're just trying to say that I said. No, I'm asking you. You said this, this, and this. Does that mean this? You can say, no, that doesn't mean that. That means this. Are you trying to twist my words? I'm not twisting. I'm asking. There's nothing wrong with asking a person to clarify what they mean if you don't understand. All these people who keep talking about you smart. All I'm doing is asking questions. I don't understand why people think that that's so smart. Everybody should be asking questions all the daggone time. When Trump said, if you vote for me, or if you elect me president, you'll never have to vote again, somebody should have said, hold on, are you saying? Man, no, I'm not saying that. Okay, well, please clarify, because when I heard you say this is what I thought it meant. So if you'll clarify that, and then there would be clarity. Because it certainly sounds, if you tell me if you elect me president, you ain't gonna never have to vote again. That certainly sounds like you doing away with the vote. So if somebody would have just asked it, did you mean to say that you're doing away with the vote? Why, you trying to twist my words? No, I'm asking you a question, sir. Just asking you a question. So there you go, trying to twist his words. There you go, being sarcastic. There you go with that tone. There you go with that. No, it's a question. You know he didn't mean that. No, I don't know he didn't mean that. That's why I'm asking the question, because that's what I think he meant. But he can clarify it. That's it. I remember I used to go on the radio, because I got to get out of here. I got to go finish fixing this. I didn't tell y'all about the edger. I'm out here. I have an edger that I've had for about 4 or so years. I bought it used. And I've used it a couple times. And then I put it away. Now it's been sitting there for at least 3 years. I think maybe 4, but I'm not sure. But at least 3. Not started, not nothing. So I decided I wanted to edge up again. Because I bought a nicer string trimmer, and I've been using that, to kind of edge up. But I want to put a real good edge on the line. So I pulled it out, it wouldn't start. Well, I kind of figured it's been sitting for 3 years. I did drain the gas and, pull off whatever the thing is under the carburetor and kind of clean all of that stuff out. But it still didn't start. So I pulled out the spark plug. Like, yeah, it might be the spark plug. So I went and got a new spark plug. It's gas. So I went and got a new spark plug. So when I get off of here, I'm going outside, hopefully finish fixing this edger that's been sitting for 3 years. I checked the oil. Oil's good. Put new gas in it. I've changed that spark plug. And hopefully it fires right up. If not, I don't know. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research. I'm not a mechanic. But I do like to tinker with stuff. So, we'll see. But that's what I was working on before I came in the house. So I got on my little dirty sweats and my little dirty... It don't look that dirty, but this T-shirt is dirty. Because I was outside working. And I figured I'm not going to change my clothes to do the show and then, change my clothes again to go back out. I just sit here. The hoopty ain't working. I hope it works after this. Axe Black. It's an old edger, though. So if it don't work, I'll be justified in going and buying a new one. I mean, it's almost like a lawnmower. It's got wheels and you have to push it and all that kind of stuff. It ain't like one of the newer edgers that I really do want to buy a newer one. But Mrs. Livingston be like, why are you buying all these yard tools? You know what I'm saying? We got this small yard. It ain't that much to edge in the front. And, and then so I had to justify buying new tools and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, I could just go do it. But then, I don't want to, I want her happy. I could just go, okay, yeah, I bought an edger, but that, that doesn't facilitate a happy life. So, we talk about it. Like, yeah, I think I'm going to go buy an edger. Do you really need an edger? Remember the one that I had? I tried to fix it. It's broke. It's dead. I don't have an edger anymore. So, yes, I have to go buy an edger. Okay, go ahead. Buy your edger. You and your toys. It's not a toy. Do you want to be walking out there with unedged grass like a Neanderthal? Like a barbarian? Grass growing on the sidewalk? You edge the grass up. Ain't no grass growing on the sidewalk. But it's not a nice edge. Oh, we're the barbarians. No. When you walk out there and you see a nicely manicured lawn with a nice edge on it, it's not a toy. It's a symbol to the community that we are civilized people. Whatever, go ahead and buy your little toy. And then I'll be like, okay. I really do give her speeches like that. She think I'm weird. I might be. But I know pretty soon, especially if this thing don't get fixed, in the next week or two, I will have a new edger. But I'm going to try to fix this one. But yeah, no, we can't be out here like... Actually, one of the things that I'm going to do, if I get this edger fixed, there's only like 2 us, them. I don't think they actually edge, but they keep theirs manicured, and now them. So technically, there's 3 other families that really keep their yards really manicured. Only one of them has their person edge their lawn, and they don't edge very well. Like, they don't edge on the curb side. They edge the sidewalk, but they don't go out and edge the curb side. I'm like, you're only doing half the job if you do that. You're only doing half the job if you do that. So one of the things that I'm going to do is, once I get this edger fixed, and I already talked to Mrs. Livingston, she's comfortable with me doing it. I'm going to knock on all the doors in the neighborhood, and I'm going to ask them, would you like me to edge your lawn for you? Because there's a couple of the neighbors that the grass is growing so far. You know how, like, we're walking down the street and the sidewalk is this wide? And then you get to this house and it's this wide. And then you get to this house and it's this wide. And there's one where the sidewalk is this wide and you can barely walk. You're walking in grass as you're walking down the sidewalk. I just want to edge that up so bad. Edge it. Give me a shovel. Let me clean it up. Boom. There we go. The whole neighborhood is going to be nice and edged, at the very least in the sidewalk area. So that's what I think I'm going to do if I get this thing fixed. You still have neighbors in the woods? No, they're gone. They're gone. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but they're not there anymore. They done created somewhere, hopefully another campsite in some other woods. But no, they're not still in the woods. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go, and if I knock on their door and they say no, thank you, I'm gonna tell them it's free. It's free. I'm not trying to charge you anything to edge up your grass or your I'm not going to charge you anything. I'm just doing it. I mean, if they say no, then no it is. Then no it is. But I definitely want to. Were they gypsies? No, they was just homeless people. Put up some tents in the woods behind my house. Put up some tents, and they was living there, and now they're not. But no, they wasn't gypsies. At least I don't think they was. I'm not 100% sure what a gypsy is. I think I have a stereotype in my head of what a gypsy is. You know, multicolored silk with the hats and all that stuff. I'm certain that's, but in my mind, that's what a gypsy is. I know, it's stereotypical, some 1960s TV stuff. They weren't that. So I'm going to say no, they weren't gypsies. They would get up and go on the street corners out here and hold up signs and, make money. They were just homeless people. They were just homeless people. Kimberly says, I love playing in the dirt, planting flowers, and yard work. I don't like playing in the dirt and planting flowers. If I had it my way, I would mow down the yard would be just grass. Just grass. I got some, what does she call them? The butt-naked ladies out there, and they just pop up and they grow and they stand there by themselves, and then they die. And I'll be like, I just want to cut them down. And if I cut them down, they still going to pop back up periodically. But I'll be like, I'm not a flowers guy. I'm not no. Just cut it all, kill it all, put down some grass seed, and let that be that. Cut it all, kill it all, put down some grass seed, and that be that. Kimberly, yes, they're pink. And Jerica, I believe that's what they call. I think that's what I heard her call them. The butt-naked ladies. I'll ask her if that's what they call. It's a pink stalk. It's a green stalk, a pink flower come up, and it's just like actually I think it's like 3 of them, but they grow individually, and they sit there, and after so much time, it might be weeks, I don't know, after so much time, they just die. And then a few weeks later, they pop back up, and they just sit there. And they grow, Kim said, I don't know what they call real talk. I'm pretty sure that's what they call. Pretty sure that's what they call. I just want to cut them down. Every time they grow up, let me just take the lawnmower, and we don't have no problems. Mrs. Livingston like all that stuff. But she never asked me to come out there and help her do garden and stuff. So you can't beat that. You can't beat that. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. As Janice says, I have a beautiful plant from my sister's funeral back in 2020. It's beautiful and thriving. Oh, well, good. You can't beat that. Can't beat a nice plant. I don't take care of plants. That little baby got a plant. The little baby got a plant, which Mrs. Livingston been taking care of, because it was up to me, that thing would be dead. But Mrs. Livingston, they had them plant a little something, and normally when they do that and make them take it home, she don't care about it. She'd be like, I don't want that, and we throw it away because she don't want it. But for whatever reason, they gave her this little plant, and it's in a little pot, and she brought it home, and she was kept trying to water it and all that kind of stuff. It was a little tiny thing. She kept watering it and everything, but then when she left, I'm thinking, all right, that thing gonna die. But Mrs. Livingston been taking care of it. So now it's grown. It's some sort of flower. I don't know what it is. It's like orange. It's like got an orange and black flower to it. It's like 3 or 4 of them now done grown out of it. And they were pretty tall. So she'll be shocked when she come home to find that her plant has been growing. And Mrs. Livingston water it and put it in the window so it can get sunshine and all of that kind of stuff. I guess the plant is gonna die eventually. She not here. She not gonna remember that plant when she get back. If it's dead, she's not gonna remember that. It wasn't even grown. But she takes care of it, so I guess you can't beat that. If it was up to me, that thing would be dead. She would come home to a nice clean pot. Like, look, you got a pot. But, all right, y'all. I have got to get out of here. Get out here and put this spark plug in and see if I can get my edger started. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Hopefully everything is good with everybody. Be careful, because it is hot out there. So if you're out and about, be careful, stay hydrated, all of that good stuff. And as you are out and about, do me one favor. Well, I got to get my screen ready. I'm not ready to sign off yet. If you are out and about, do me one favor, as always. Be the reason that somebody smiles. Till next time. I'm out, y'all. Peace.